One for tuning in here on Let's Go ICC.
Hey, are we going to get a scoreboard update?
Oh, yes, let's do a Trustmark Bank scoreboard update.
From the Champions League, the UEFA Champions League. I know a lot of Champions League fans out there.
Yes.
If you're a soccer fan, you know what the Champions League is. It's pretty much the European competition to find the best club team in in Europe, I should say. Zenit St. Petersburg, 0. Monaco, 0. Bayer Leverkusen defeated Benfica 3-1. Atletico Madrid got a goal, breakthrough over Juventus 1-0. That's a big win for Atleti. Malaga defeated Olympiacos 2-0. Basel defeated Liverpool 1-0. That's a big win for Basel. Arsenal over Galatasaray 4-1. Borussia Dortmund defeated Anderlecht 3-0. And Real Madrid did hold off Ludo Goretz. I finally figured out the name. Ludo Goretz 2-1 was the final there. So there's your scoreboard update from the UEFA Champions League presented by Trustmark Bank. Go with the home team.
Hey, I like it. You are getting in on these sponsors. You're learning it.
That's
You're
right.
knocking it out of the park.
Indeed.
Well, Robbie, before we get things started, once again, we give you the opportunity to promote WCBI and all the great things you guys do there for us here at ICC. Let everybody know where they can watch, and we'll actually have a few ICC updates tonight on the broadcast.
You bet. Watch us every night, 5, 6, 9, and 10 on WCBI. My good friend, partner in crime, Tommy Lopez, will have the sports anchor desk for you this evening. Well, he stands up, so there's not really a desk anymore, but he'll be there, and you can find him there with updates. And yes, we'll be talking ICC football, maybe a little soccer tonight as well, as we have a turnover in the midfield. ICC trying to turn the other way, but cut out by the Eagles.
That's going to be one thing the Eagles are going to do. They did a lot in the women's match. They're going to try to park the bus.
Park the bus. Trying to stop this vaunted offensive attack from ICC, and it appears that they are going to have a free kick opportunity from just outside the 18 on the left side.
And that's one thing Coach Sullivan said about this match. He knew that Meridian was going to try to clog it up a little bit, stop their scoring opportunity. So he said, you know, scoring early would be key in this matchup.
This free kick's about 22 yards away from goal. You got 3 guys lined up ready to take it here. Let's see who does.
There's a shot, and it's going to be stopped that time, as it appears that may have been Evan Thomas on the attempt.
Evan Thomas, yes. I thought it was an 8. It was a 9. Evan Thomas on that effort.
So Meridian sending this one down the field in a hurry. Nicely done that time. Blocking it up, but the ball goes out of bounds, so it'll be a toss in here for Meridian.
I do appreciate that Meridian is very patriotic, and they have the American flags on the back of their jerseys. Just want to throw that out there.
Very nice.
They get uniform points from me.
Hopefully that'll be the only points they get today.
Oh!
You liked it.
Zing!
So the Indians with it now. This is going to be Dylan Howard. He is a speedster.
Oh my goodness, Dylan's fast.
Just couldn't quite outpower the defender from Meridian. Now ICC gets it back. Ooh, nice stoppage on the play that time. Or stoppage on the ball, I should say. As he
stoppage on the ball. Sure, sure.
Juked the defender out. Now ICC going on the attack. Hackler gets it. Puts it forward to Fernandez. Fernandez shoots. Oh! Blocked out nicely that time by the keeper from Meridian. But Fernandez hustling it out in the corner. Gets it back. Weaving his way through traffic. Poked out, and ICC maintains possession. Go out wide with it. But now they're going to reset. Nice attack that time, but a good stop by the keeper for Meridian.
Tremendous stop. Colby Henderson did a nice job at parrying that one away. And another opportunity here. Staying in the midfield. This is what the Lady Indians weren't able to do. They didn't have a couple midfielders centrally. If ICC has that in this match, I expect them to put up a whole bunch of goals because they got some good possession in the midfield.
This is Bones with it. He sends it. Just not enough on it to get it past the keeper. So ICC, 3 pretty good shots on goal early.
They look really sharp right now. I've been very impressed with the way they've been able to keep possession and turn out good opportunities. That was a great initial shot there from Anthony Fernandez, but Colby Henderson, that was a phenomenal save earlier to keep that shot out from Fernandez. I mean, that would have taken less than 3 minutes to get on the board there for ICC.
So now the Indians will keep it after that stoppage right there. Now, this is one thing Sully said before the match, or talking to him today. He said, you may not have to worry about a lot of camera movement as everything may be just set on one side of the field.
It appears we've already gotten to that point, yes.
Send it in. A high send in that time is going to be slapped out of bounds as it's going to roll to the side.
That's what we call into touch because you have a throw in. Into touch.
So the Indians will keep it. This is Molly to throw it in. Can't quite find anybody. Now sends it in. Cleared out nicely that time by Meridian. And the Eagles wisely that time send it back and try to get a good possession here. Now the Indians on attack defensively. Putting a lot of pressure on Meridian. Now Meridian sends it forward, but a nicely done job that time by ICC's number, I believe number 19.
19.
Maybe on the second page there.
On the second page. Garrett Troutman. Yeah, 19.
Yes.
I wrote small. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I had to fit it all into a small piece of paper on that spot there. By the way, we're still getting some static.
Yeah, I'm hearing that. I don't know where that one's coming from, actually. So we're going to try to adjust here.
Disregard the static.
Yes.
There we go. We got it.
So coming in from the corner that time, broken up nicely by the Indians. Let's take in your game plan right now. You've seen sort of what Meridian's going to do to start the matchup here. What's your game plan? We're putting you in the coach's corner, if you will, here. Brought to you by Trustmark Bank.
I was going to say, who's the game plan brought to you by? Meridian's got to take advantage of counterattacks because I think we've already seen ICC is going to have the majority of the possession. They're going to have to jump on counterattacks and try to get men forward once they get possession of the ball. ICC, just be patient. A breakthrough is going to come. You've already seen one of the great opportunities that they've had thus far. They're going to get plenty of them when you have Fernandez working up atop, as you can see right there, running down that ball and keeping it in play. So ICC is going to have opportunities. Don't get frustrated. Don't get demoralized. You're going to have chances. where you're going to be able to score and take the lead here. It's just a matter of time.
You want some breaking news?
Yes, I want breaking news.
Ben Schaefer named NJCAA Keeper of the Week
Hey!
for the second time this season.
National Keeper of the Week.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Second time this season, the sophomore from Tupelo has earned that honor.
There's nothing like, no one does breaking news like Adam Gore.
Breaking. All caps.
Meaning break, yes. Because if it's in lower caps, you can't tell.
So now Dylan Howard with it. Smart move by Howard. Didn't have numbers. We're going to back it back out and allow the offense to catch up with him and reset here. We're scoreless 38 minutes ago here until halftime between ICC and Meridian. Send it ahead. Howard just couldn't quite find it, sending in some traffic that time. ICC still in that attack mode. Hackler tried to come up and get it, just a half a step away from taking that one away. Now Meridian forcing it ahead. And
they've taken a dive
they
there.
Took a dive on that one.
But he got the call. That's a position where, you know, the official's going to see the contact. If you go down, you're going to get the call more often than not. So playing the official, playing the game. That was a good look there from Meridian. Yeah, it's part of it.
People don't like it. They talk about it, but that's the non-fans that see that.
That's the nature of soccer.
So put it on goal that time. Ball still loose. Indias couldn't clear it, but that nicely done that time. The defense stepped up big.
Oh, Fernandez is
one-on-one. Oh, this is trouble right here. Fernandez working one-on-one, trying to get the extra defender back now. Slides in front of it.
Well defended there from Judson Watson. That's the sophomore from Oxford High. So not too far away from here.
Yes, Judson that time was in
one-on-one with Fernandez. Usually you're going to give Fernandez the go-ahead there.
There's not a lot of people that would like to be in that position.
No, and one of them would be both of us. Actually, two of us. So
actually,
two of us would be here.
I would have just got out of his way.
I would have just let him,
I would have been like, hey, I remember what you did to that guy on Sports Center. I don't want to look like that.
That's what we call Matador defense. Ole, just go right through.
Nice. Tried to thread the needle that time, but nicely defended by Meridian. The Indians now take it away. This is Hackler with it. Clears it back to the middle. Trying to go to the backside.
Good overlap.
Indians got a shot here. Just couldn't quite get enough on it on the left foot. Did Sabi that time, but a good shot on goal. And you'd like to see him go with that opposite foot.
Yeah, good opportunity there. Would have liked to see him try to curl it in far bar instead of going near post, but that was a good overlapping run and a good find there. I believe that was Blake Lashley, or it was either Blake or Evan Thomas. I was able to find him wide, and that was a good play there.
So now Meridian with it. Battle for possession is taken away by ICC. And the Indians now get it, try to go on the attack. That's Evan Thomas, who lost it though. And now Meridian trying to take an advantage. Pushing it forward. Hackler coming all the way across, nicely broken up that time.
Good block. That was Garrett Troutman that blocked that one away.
And it's moments like that that help Ben Schaefer earn that national keeper, because you saw Troutman sacrificing his body, giving it up that time, and taking away what would have been a shot on goal.
It's a team award more so than anything. Although it is a singular player, it's a team effort, and the defense, I mean, a goalkeeper is only as good as his back four, and ICC's back line is very, very talented and very tough.
So now Meridian with it. We're still scoreless. 35 to go here in the first half of play.
Nearly a very good through ball there from Meridian. Gotta say, I've been impressed with Meridian in these first 10 minutes. They've had a lot more possession than I thought they would. ICC needs to control the ball just a tad bit more and work their way out the field. They're not going to get a home run ball right off the bat because Meridian's got so many guys behind the ball. Try to work your way to getting that first goal and just sort of let the breakthrough come.
So now Meridian with it. Good job kind of clearing it back.
Good spell of possession here.
Meridian had it now. ICC gets the possession back. Scoreless. 34 minutes to go here in the first half of play. Adam Gore. Robbie Donahoe of WCBI Sports, our special guest commentator today. I want to thank Robbie for making the trip up to Columbus to do a little play-by-play with us.
This is fun. I'm enjoying this. This is great.
Well, you have an open invitation to come back at any time.
It's dangerous.
Well, it all depends. It depends on if Bruce Callan City wins your game of the week.
We'll have to see.
Or if Itawamba does, because if Bruce Callan City wins, then Dr. Bunch may say you're not welcome back.
That's true. Well, we'll say both. Everyone's a winner in our eyes.
It is.
It's a different day and age, I guess.
So ICC with it, working against a very
good touch,
packed-in defense. Hackler tries to push it forward. He is hit and knocked to the ground.
They have a good set-piece opportunity just outside the 18 here, and this is a position where you're farther up from where you take the corner. So imagine as if it's a corner, only it's a little more compressed and closer to the goal here. So you have good set-piece here.
So Howard and Hackler kind of talking things over here. This is Dylan Howard trying to add to his national total of assists. This one headed out nicely by Meridian. Hackler, coming into this match, was tied for third in assist in the nation. Obviously leading the state.
I would hope.
Yes.
Some strange stats.
So now Meridian with it. A golden opportunity missed by the Indians. Nice sliding stop that time.
That was Kit Huddleston that was sliding on that play. But again, that's where Meridian's going to have to take advantage if they even want to score at all. It's going to be those counterattacks. And thus far, ICC's been able to thwart them, but Meridian's been looking a bit dangerous, a bit deadly on those a couple times now.
So the Indians reverse field here. As now Fernandez going to come out mid, way up high from what we're used to seeing him. Indians going to adjust to the defense here. Howard with it, trying to dance around, sends it forward, broken up by Meridian. Now they control the possession.
Fernandez sort of taking more of what we call the number 9 role, where you're not a full-on striker, but you're sort of playing that center forward, center attacking midfield position. That's sort of what it looked like on that last possession, where he was trying to play through his teammate Dylan Howard. Didn't work that time. You may see that a little more often in this match.
Yeah, maybe trying to loosen that defense up, because you know they're going to have to know where number 7 is at all times.
Exactly.
So this one's cleared out of bounds. It'll be a throw in. What'd you say it was earlier?
Into touch.
Into the touch.
Into touch.
Into touch. No D in there?
Into the touch.
Into touch.
Into the touch. Very nice.
Yes, very nice. So now, Meridian with it.
And Howard working very far up the pitch and very far up the field. Usually he's sort of in the midfield, central midfield role, but that's changed, it seems like.
Now Meridian forcing it down the middle.
That was a good play there. Very nearly came through there for Meridian. Too many turnovers in the midfield for ICC right now.
There's a shot on goal, and it gets through. That time I think they caught Schaefer sleeping as he kind of looks back at his front line. I believe that was number 3.
Yeah, Kyle Roblin put that one in, and you sort of hit the nail on the head, Adam, where Schaefer appeared to... he was waiting for a deflection, I think, because there was a lot of traffic in front of him just outside the 18, so I think he was anticipating some sort of deflection or nick off a defender. Didn't happen, and that ball was nestled pretty nicely into the side netting at the left side, and boy, 1-0. Meridian, bit of a stunner right off the bat here.
Absolutely. We'll see if that maybe wakes up the Indians here. Probably going to let you take this as I update the Twitters.
I got you. That's the first goal that ICC has given up, by the way, since September 9th when they lost. So, not a good sign. Can't let that happen if you're ICC. But again, you don't want this to turn into the women's game where Meridian gets a goal and tries to pack it in. Doesn't seem like Meridian's going to do that. They're still very stretched, and here's an opportunity for the Indians. Anthony Fernandez coming forward. He's going to take a blast from well outside the 18. And it would have been good in a rugby match, but not good on the soccer pitch.
And you hear Coach Sullivan telling his guys to settle down, not want to force the issue here. Down 1-0, under 30 minutes left here in the first half of play.
And no reason to be pressed right now. Yeah, you're trailing 1-0, but that's okay. And see, here you go. Here's an opportunity. Ricky Hackler's down the ball.
So Hackler with it, feeds it to Howard. Howard looking for something to do with it. Dribbling through traffic.
Would have loved to see him play that back to Hackler, because Hackler had a good, and yeah, and you see Ricky a little frustrated on that.
He was frustrated on
that.
Yeah,
Dylan sort of got tunnel vision a little bit there, going, trying to go down a cul-de-sac, and Can't let that happen.
Now Meridian on the charge on the other way. Try to feed it to the backside. Let him a little too far.
Well defended there by Sabi Mali, though.
Good job by Molly to clear that one out. Allow the defense to reset. Just under 29 minutes to go. 1-0 is the lead for Meridian. If you're just now joining us, the Lady Indians fell in the opening match today by that same score to Meridian. This one squeezed through. Cleared out. The Indians going to try to get to it, but rolls out of bounds, so it'll be, I believe, a corner coming up here for Meridian. Beautiful day here in Fulton.
Gorgeous. At the ICC Resort and Spa.
Yes.
Here in Fulton, Florida.
As you said, I never had thought about that until you mentioned it. It really does have that.
It does. Just if you look right there, it's right at the trees right across the way from us. It does look like it, but it's those high-arching trees that remind me of Florida.
I may just bring me a lawn chair out here on the weekends when I don't have anything going on. And just
lawn chair, pina colada, a good book.
Take me.
You're in heaven.
Yeah, take me a mini vacation.
By the way, that was a great volley attempt from Tyler, Germany. That was well blocked off by ICC. That one had eyes for goal, and he was ICC very fortunate that one did not get through.
Now the Indians push it up to Bones. Lashley had it, lost it, got it back, but Meridian
needs support.
With some clear that time, as it was Lashley all by himself, as you mentioned, no one really getting back with him.
Now, I know that Coach Sullivan has ICC sitting in a 4-4-2. Alex Little's supposed to be paired up with Anthony Fernandez. There's a good ball to Fernandez.
Fernandez trying to get control of it. Now spins around the defender. Challenging one-on-one here. Sends it inside to Hackler. Couldn't get a strong enough foot on it. Nice feed that time by Fernandez. Hackler got bumped a little bit and sort of threw him off the shot.
Really well defended from Meridian. And, yeah, Ricky just couldn't get his feet underneath him.
Lashley, no, with the answer and the equalizer. We're tied at 1.
Beautifully nestled in, just pound and ground, smash and grab, get back, equalize it, get it going. As an offensive attacker, that's perfect placement there from Blake Lashley, putting it low into the bottom corner, away from the keeper. Nothing Colby Henderson could do about that, and we are tied.
That was
Blake Lashley with the goal. We call him Bones, apparently. It's a good name. I like that nickname.
We will do some research on where that came from.
Okay.
I know you have challenged me to do
the ICC I-Team.
Yes.
The investigative team.
The investigative team.
Presented by Ron Wheeler Dentistry in Fulton.
Good job. We have not mentioned any of our sponsors in a while. Let's call that goal brought to you by Pisons.
I could go for some pizza right now.
We'll probably hit that up a little bit later at a establishment that does not sponsor us.
Oh, yes, of course.
Mention them.
We see Justin Gordon in the game now.
Unless we can talk Braden into coming get some Pisons.
Nah, he doesn't want to leave his little bubble of Tupelo. There comes a counter no for ICC.
This is Howard leaving it
Beautifully
forward.
Played.
Chance here for the Indians. Oh, just a half a step away from taking the lead. Nice play that time by the keeper out of Meridian.
Colby Henderson did a great job at making it, just playing big, getting your body big, making sure you didn't give up a goal there. Good opportunity, though. Michael Wathan nearly able to chip that over the keeper, but nicely done. Now ICC once again back on the attack, but cut out by the Eagles.
So now Meridian with it, trying to push it ahead. You see bodies flying all over the place. And that one's going to be cleared out. Possession will stay with Meridian.
This match has sort of sprung into life after that first goal from Meridian. These two teams are now, we call the term in soccer, stretched, where it's there's a lot more room in between the two goals where, you know, at times some things get compact where you have Meridian, a team maybe that's not as favored, tries to what we call park the bus and try to get a stop. Doesn't seem like that's happening as much. It's a lot more stretched, it's a lot wider, taking advantage of that big field. And this has been some up and down soccer. This has been fun to watch thus far.
1-1 is your score. 24.5 to go here until halftime. Adam Gore, Robbie Donahoe of WCBI Sports bring you this action today. Once again, I wanted to say a special thank you for Robbie for stepping in. And
we have 14 people watching right now.
Nice. We have peaked at 21 at one point. We typically have a lot come back and watch later when the players watch.
Well, here's an opportunity. Ooh, Justin Gordon had an opportunity, lost it in the box. And
yeah, a little frustration that time as he reached out and sort of grabbed the guy on that one.
I like that pairing up top with Fernandez and Gordon. I think those two, they have great speed, good skills on the ball. I'd love to see those two continue to work within each other. We're seeing a lot that obviously we see that a lot between Dylan Howard and Anthony Fernandez because Dylan's got 10 assists. But love to see Justin Gordon get into the act as well. He's got great speed and good skills.
Well, Meridian, a little trouble. Get it out now. We're going to try to reset. The Indians putting a lot of pressure up front. Meridian is pretty much playing on one side of the field right now. You know, that's one thing everybody sees the Indians for their scoring, of course. Scored over 5 goals multiple times this season, but their defense have been well as the Indians not giving up very many points in the season.
No, defense has been great this year. They've only given up, let's see, 1, 4, 5. They've only given up 6 goals in their 9 matches this year. And that's a testament to the defense, but also a testament to how good Ben Schaefer's been. Yes, he gives up that goal earlier, but that's one that's kind of hard to knock him for because that was a tough one to get a hold of.
Yeah, it's really kind of woke up the defense as well as they played a much more intense style of play here since then because Schaefer, well, he gave him an earful. Yeah,
it was a good shot in the arm, I think. Maybe a good wake-up call for this team that, it's not going to be that easy. Meridian's played well today, and this isn't going to be, a simple victory, a simple 3 points, as we would call it, for ICC against a tough Meridian team.
Stoppage, as that's going to be foul on Gordon. So Meridian will reset here.
I heard the nickname Speedy for Justin Gordon, by the way.
And it's fitting. And you ought to like him because you talked about liking the bright shoes earlier.
I do enjoy the bright, flashy shoes.
I do believe those glow in the dark. They're so bright.
That wouldn't surprise me, actually.
So Gordon with it
highlight or yellow? Highlight or is those green? Green or yellow?
Green or yellow?
Grello.
Grello, yes. Let's call it Grello. I like that. Quickly get a copyright on that.
I will.
21:45 to go here until halftime.
Oregon probably already has the copyright on the Grello.
That is true. Or it could be Baylor. You remember Baylor wore those uniforms in the NCAA tournament? They were playing, I think Tennessee.
Love those. Those were great uniforms.
Yeah, but when they played Tennessee and they were wearing their orange.
Oh, the Grello and the orange?
Yes.
Oof.
It was
I remember wearing sunglasses for that game on TV.
So now Meridian with it. We're tied 1-1.
Let's go, Pearson!
Birchfield clears this one. Meridian sends it ahead. Got to be careful when you got a guy like Fernandez. You want to make a good possession.
Yeah,
something like that could turn into a goal in a hurry.
Very true. Yeah, that's why they have 4 at the back. And typically, there's sometimes where if you get an attack and you get on a counter, sometimes you'll leave 3 at the back. Meridian's got 4 or 5 at the back at all times because they know how dangerous Anthony Fernandez is when he gets on the ball.
So the Indians with it. We talked about this as a non-division matchup.
Somewhat of a friendly.
Yeah.
I guess? Or it still counts towards the MACJC.
Yeah, it still counts towards the MACJC whenever it comes to like tiebreakers and things
Great
like that.
ball.
Up to Gordon, but just let him about 2 steps too far. If not, that's an easy goal.
That's a great through ball from Evan Thomas and a good run from Justin Gordon, who we've heard his name's Speedy, and he showed off that speed a little bit there. If he gets in behind the defense, forget about it. He's going to bury that since he has great speed and he's got good ball skills.
Yeah, if we were to race him in a 40-yard dash, we'd have to start at 38 and we'd still lose. So now
I could start at the 35 probably and maybe have a chance.
So now Dylan Howard in the open field. This is where he's dangerous. Sends it ahead. India's with it now to Fernandez. Fernandez looking to go to work. Ooh, makes the guy fall down, but another nice stop that time. He's got great footwork, but another nice stop that time by the keeper to deny Fernandez of a possibility for his 2nd goal of the day.
Colby Henderson channeling his inner Tim Howard right now with the way he's playing and some of the saves that he's making, because that was not an easy one to corral from Fernandez, because that had a little pace on it as well. Didn't have the accuracy. Henderson was able to get behind it, but boy, those are some nifty moves there from Fernandez. And I would have liked, I should say, I would have liked Dylan to be a little bit more aggressive. He had a lot of space going forward, and I know he left that one off for Michael Wathan. I would have liked him to take advantage of that space a little bit more because he had a lot of opportunity.
Howard with it now, leaves it up the middle. They try to go forward to Gordon, but it was cut off. Nicely done defensively. Once again, Meridian selling out on the defensive end, trying to clog up those passing lanes. So far, so good for the Eagles.
6 behind the ball there, and on a counter from ICC, to have 6 behind the ball, that's tough to have that many numbers on a counter attack, but Meridian's making sure that they do not give up the go-ahead goal, because it could be coming with the pressure that the Indians are bringing.
1-1 is your score. Just under 19 minutes to go here until halftime. Meridian trying to attack. I think he was trying to spin that one in. Just his
It's actually a decent pass.
Yeah, his foot failed him, though.
Certainly did.
But Meridian keeps possession now, sends it to the corner. Sends it inside just too high as they had the opportunity as Schaefer came trying to cheat up and guess where that ball was going. Just couldn't get the pass across on target. So Meridian with their longest offensive possession here of the first half. 1-1 is your score. Going on the attack, force it forward, and now we have stoppage.
Well defended by, I believe that was Sabi Mali on the defense. Did a good job of cutting that one out.
So Mali not wasting any
good
time.
Ball.
Moves it ahead to Howard. Howard leaves it forward. Fernandez, though, couldn't quite find the angle on it. Credit to Meridian defender that time, taking away Fernandez's angle.
And Colby Henderson doing a good job coming off his line. And I'm saying it again, this keeper played at Starkville Academy. He's a sophomore, Colby Henderson. He's having a strong match against a very potent attack that ICC brings.
So now Meridian with it. Looking to try to get that go-ahead goal here. We're tied 1-1. In a very hard-fought defensive match so far. Coming up on the 17-minute mark left here in the first half. Gordon.
Way to use his head.
Yeah. Didn't mean to, but it was effective. So now Howard with it. Going to leave it up to Gordon. Looked like he may have tried to send it over to Fernandez, but instead Gordon comes across the way. So now the Indians.
Here's a good opportunity for a build-up attack.
Try to send it forward that time. Looks like Meridian's got moved one of their guys to be a taller player to try to break up those tight passes. Worked well that time. So the Indians scrap for it. They get it back. Send it ahead to Fernandez. Fernandez didn't like what he sees, so he sends it back, and now the Indians going to try to reset on the offensive end.
They've got plenty of time and space on the ball. they just need to continue to be patient and work themselves towards the goal, because Meridian is absorbing the pressure. I mean, they're letting them have as much space as they want in the midfield. It's just at this point, ICC's got to find a breakthrough.
Meridian tries to send it inside. It was headed out, and it's going to be
saved.
Saved. Nice hustle that time. I believe that was Kit Carson across the way on
Kit
the
Huddleston.
hustle. Huddleston, thank you. Huddleston on the save that time. Now the Indians going on the attack. You know, and that's one thing you alluded to. You know, you got to be patient, but that's one thing. You know, a team that likes to put a lot of points on the board don't tend to be able to do sometimes. Is sort of sit back and let the offense come to them.
Right. That's tough to do, especially with what we said with the offensive weapons that ICC has. And just like here for this instance, I mean, there's good play, good 1-2.
And Howard was tripped up that time. That's one thing people really don't give Fernandez a lot of credit for. He does have great touch on the ball, and that was a beautiful pass that time, and not tripped up. That could have been an easy goal there for Howard.
That was a perfectly weighted pass. And
we've got a yellow card coming out.
It's all right.
So
Kyle Roblin, he was the one that got the goal for Meridian. He's going to get he'll have a card brandished, and he'll have to...
Just a few too many words for the official.
Yeah, it's possible. Very true. Now this is a great opportunity on the edge of the box for ICC. That's, unfortunately, the official he needs the shaving cream to mark the line on the field so the wall doesn't creep up.
So this is going to look like Howard set to put this one in.
Howard and Evan Thomas. I would assume Howard.
Kicks it over to Thomas. Thomas blisters it, but just across off the cross beam. The header wouldn't go as well, so two opportunities missed that time by the Indians.
Extremely unlucky, because that ball was hit with pace and power by Evan Thomas. And yeah, like you said, it was blistering. That was a blinding shot off the crossbar. And Henderson, sometimes that's the goalkeeper's best friend. If you can't get to it, you got to hope that the woodwork will help you out.
Yeah, that's got to be a bad feeling when you hear the ball come off with that kind of power looking right back into the sun.
Yeah, and that one, if that bar is just, a couple inches higher, that is a roofed shot. That's what we call roofed into the net, where you hit the top of the net there.
It's Meridian with possession now.
That was a great set piece, by the way, from ICC. I don't think we give them enough credit for that. That was a good lead for Dylan Howard and just a great idea on that set piece play.
Indians get it back. 1-1 is your score, coming up on 13:45 to play here.
A little far out there on the shot there from Dylan Howard. You see Meridian's wanting to play on the far side of the field, while ICC is trying to do a lot of their work from the near side of the field. So you see these two teams going in that regard. Here comes a counter from Meridian. Tyler Germany on the ball. A little too far out there for Lyle Doherty to take a rip. That was a speculative effort. Schaefer clears away.
Thank you for taking over that. I had to take
Hey,
over
yeah, it's
my SID duties. Had a question come in from the Daily Journal.
work from Fernandez.
Fernandez looking to go to work here. He had a guy all on his hip. Now Howard with it. Howard trying to clear this one out, and a lot of contact. They're going to whistle Howard with the shove. That's tough. Because there's contact going both ways that time, and I think once again the dive, if you will, went the way of Meridian.
Yeah, and this is good physicality between these two teams. Dylan Howard just a little heavy on that initial touch, trying to get past the defender, and that sort of led him down the wrong avenue where he turned it over, and Meridian takes possession.
1-1 is your score, coming up the 12-minute mark here in the first half. We want to thank everyone watching here on Let's Go ICC. Also want to thank special guest commentator Robbie Donahoe of WCBI Sports stepping in today as we have stoppage in play, and there's a yellow card and an injured Indian down. Second yellow card of the day on a Meridian player.
Brendan Bermudez was the one with the yellow. Kid Huddleston's having a great game at that fullback position on the far side of the field. Nothing has been getting past him, and a little too aggressive there was Brendan. He's going to be brandished a card.
So the Indians will have possession. 11.5 to play here. We're tied 1-1. Send it ahead. Tried to find Howard. Tough to thread the needle between three defenders that far out.
Yeah, it's a little too far, and that's at that point you don't want to send a ball into the box. You want to try to get some link-up play between your strikers, and wasn't there that time. But here's a bad turnover from Meridian. Maybe an opportunity for the Indians.
So now Howard with it.
Go, Dylan.
Working with Fernandez. Great job by Fernandez. He was pushing up the field, saw that he didn't have possession, quickly got back on sides. Play broken up. Meridian had it for a second. Now ICC is going to chip it out. Meridian will take it back. 1-1 is your score. Now Dylan Howard with it, looking to go to work. Jukes his way past the defender. Now goes in traffic, fires a straight shot to the goalie, and he scoops it up for another save.
Henderson always behind that one. Good opportunity there for Dylan, but maybe get a little air on that one. Put that one try to put that one up on top shelf. Didn't happen that time, though.
Meridian goes long. Ends up in the hands of Schaefer. Schaefer quickly back over to Huddleston. So now, the Indians with it. 10 minutes to play here in the first half. 1-1 is your score with Meridian. Up ahead they go. Gordon trying to find it. Does a great job blocking his guy out. Now, puts it over the guy. Was tripped up and knocked to the turf.
Wow.
No stoppage that time. Tough break there as Gordon is down holding his lower back. So now Meridian going on the attack on the other end. Like Meridian may have got away with one there.
Gotta say, official really should have pointed to the spot. That appeared to be a penalty, and very fortunate Meridian was to not give away one there. Here's a good counter, though.
Howard with it, looking to go to work. Lost containment of it there for a second. Now is going to get caught up in traffic. cleared, and Meridian goes. That time Howard just hanging on to it a little too long.
Yeah, very fortunate. At that point, Howard, you had a guy behind you. Wanted to try to, square that one up towards the top of the 18 and maybe take a strike, but unfortunately just didn't see him in the rearview mirror.
Alex Little, along with Blake Lashley, and number 11, Ricky Hackler, checking into the contest for the Indians. Robbie with the break in action. Remind everybody where they can watch you every weeknight, weekends, as well as follow you on Twitter and everything going on at WCBI.
Well, we're always online, always on the webs at WCBI.com. You can find us on our various Twitter pages, which is at Robbie with Y Donahoe, or you can find us on WCBI Sports or WCBI End Zone. We're on 5, 6, 9, and 10 every weeknight at 6, 9, and 10 on Saturdays and at 9 and 10 on Sundays. That 9 p.m. broadcast is on our CW station, which, by the way, I found out the other day, still airing a new episodes of Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Really?
Which came back. I didn't realize it did, but it did, and it's actually still really funny.
Who is hosting that now?
What's her name? It's a female. I can't remember her name, but what was her name?
Sorry to put you on the spot.
Aisha
like that.
Tyler, I think.
Really?
Yes, she is anchoring. Talking as if it's news.
Yeah.
No, she's hosting Whose Line Is It Anyway. You still have Ryan Stiles, Colin Mockery, and Wayne Brady, and they have that fourth rotate between a couple different people. But it's still a pretty solid show. I miss the old days though.
Yeah.
With Drew Carey.
Yes, Drew Carey was outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I tell you what, we talk about a little bit.
We
of
can talk about
everything.
anything. Corner kick opportunity here for the Indians.
Send it ahead.
Oh, that's a
Header
good
is going to be up, and it's going to be back, but a nice foot on the ball that time. An opportunity there for the Indians. 1-1 is your score. Under 7.5 to play here in the first half. And Robbie, so far, your thoughts on the match?
It's been going back and forth a little bit here. That was a really good ball on that set piece from Alex Little, and Pearson Birchfield got his head on and just couldn't steer it in. But that was a really nicely worked set piece. Wasn't able to put it on target there. But I got to say, I've been fairly impressed with Meridian. They've had good possession at times and good opportunities. ICC just needs to continue to move forward, attack with purpose. And as you can see right here, they got an opportunity.
Hackler ahead to Fernandez. Fernandez looking to go to work now. Just weaving his way past this guy. Squeezes it forward. I think that time really forced the issue a little bit more than he should. May have tried to drop that one back and reset.
That's what we call going down a cul-de-sac where you don't really have anywhere else to go except, into nowhere. So at that point, you take a shot and see what you can get out of it. At this point, you get a long throw, and Savvy Malley's going to take it.
Well, the shadow starting to cast over the ICC
opportunity.
soccer complex, and just missed a great opportunity that time as the kick went high.
Evan Thomas unable to just got over the ball a little too much on that one. Again, that's a kick that's probably good in American football, where you can split that one through the uprights.
We have an injured player down on the field, so that's going to bring out the North Mississippi Medical Service Sports Program.
I believe it's Michael Wathan.
He looked like, when he went up for that, it looked like he kind of got chipped into, or maybe just kind of hit in the air and landed awkwardly on that hip, so hopefully he will be okay there. 1-1 is your score, 6:04 to go here in the first half. We do want to thank everyone watching here on LetsGoICC.com. You see he's able to be helped up right now by the sports trainers favoring that left leg, so hopefully he'll be okay and be able to come back in a little bit later today. If not today, next week.
Yeah, Michael's had a pretty good match today. That's the Amory native. He's looked pretty strong.
So as we mentioned, 6:04 to play here. We're still tied 1-1 with Meridian. Talking with Coach Sully yesterday and earlier today about this match. So far, it's been everything he expected. A defensive effort out of Meridian. He said, if they can get a goal, it'll be one of those where they just try to send it ahead and take a long shot from the outside, and that's kind of what happened, a breakdown defensively by the Indians. That's where their goal came from, and the Indians were able to get the equalizer shortly thereafter by Bones.
It's a great shot, great build-up play. Let's see if they can got to get another one. Got to get the one that's the go-ahead goal, and thus far they've had the better looking of the opportunities, but they haven't been able to turn one in.
Hackler with it, or excuse me, that's not Hackler, that was Howard with the steal. Now up the field, down the middle they go. The Indians out of options here. Leave it up to Hackler. It's like the Indians are just not too sharp on making a decision on what they want to do with the ball in open
Final
field.
third. That's if you talk to any soccer fan or soccer watcher, It's the final third that's the most important part of the field where you're trying to attack and finally put one in the back of the net. And that time just didn't happen, but good build-up play, good chances right now coming for ICC.
So 5 minutes to play here. 1-1 is your score. ICC with possession.
Good spray out wide there from Pearson Birchfield.
And knocked to the ground was Huddleston.
By the way, that breeze that's coming right now is brilliant.
Absolutely. It's been a beautiful day here in the shade now. On the field, it's probably been a different story with the heat. This is Howard with it, looking to go to work inside, dancing his way around. Got two defenders, tries to squeeze it inside. There's a header, but just wide outside. Beautiful play that time by the Indians. But once again, the breaks beating the boys as that one couldn't find the back of the net.
That should have been goal number 16 for Anthony. That should have been assist number 11 for Dylan Howard. Beautiful play along the byline. And, man, perfectly steered towards the far post, but just unable to creep it inside from Fernandez. But that was a beautifully worked play from those two.
Meridian sends it back in. ICC captures the possession. Ahead they go to Howard. Howard letting the offense catch up with him. Now sends it ahead. Broken up nicely, though, by Meridian. Hackler trying to get the ball. He does so. Quickly pops back up. Sends it up to the middle. Now back to Hackler. Beautiful touch. Hackler. Oh! Just hits the outside of the net that time. Let him a bit too far. If that's a foot inside, that's a goal.
Yeah, Cat caught the side netting, but he took the proper angle to where he needed to crack that one and try to put it inside that net near post. And I don't think Henderson was on that near bar where he was able to save that as he was able to creep it in, but it was a great 1-2, great interchange there between Hackler and I believe that was Evan Thomas who was in on that.
So the Indians are going to let this one roll out of bounds. 3 minutes to play here. 1-1 is your score. Quickly up they go to Hackler. Hackler dancing around the ball. Now Meridian gets it. ICC takes it back. Bones with it now. A chance to score here. Looking for his second goal of the day. Breaks it past the guy, and he finds it. Blake Lashley gives the Indians a go-ahead goal here. 2-1 is the score, and a great job that time by the Indians.
Tremendous individual effort there from Blake Lashley, and I can't say enough about that goal where he was able to put the defender on his heels, continue to move towards goal, going away from it, and then slotting it in on the far bar and just nestling it in right past the grasp of Colby Henderson. Beautifully worked goal there for ICC.
So 2-1 now is the score. 2:15 to go until halftime. The Indians take their first lead of the afternoon here over Meridian. Updating the Twitters. Remind you can follow us on Twitter at LetsGoICC. Now Meridian trying to get the equalizer on the other end. Pushes it down the field in a hurry and couldn't catch up with it.
The old saying in soccer, you are most vulnerable after you have just scored a goal. You can see it right there. ICC most vulnerable with the defense sort of maybe a little lacking there. And now Meridian's got a chance at a corner.
So as Robbie talked about, a corner coming up here. Sends it in. Header is going to be shot fired over the goal. So the Indians will take it with 1:25 to go here.
That was Evan Watson, who probably by far the tallest and largest person on the pitch right now. He's sort of been the guy that's cut out a lot of ICC's opportunities in the central third of the field. He's had a good match thus far for Meridian. The sophomore went to Hattiesburg. He's a Hattiesburg Tiger. By the way, we are under 1 minute to play now.
Yes, thank you.
The 1 minute warning.
A 1 minute warning that does not exist in soccer.
No, it does not. It does not.
It's Meridian with it. Taken away by the Indians, though. This is Lashley with it. Leaves it ahead to Howard. Howard trying to push it up the field. Does a nice job of letting the defense clear. Now sets it up, but taken away back now by Meridian.
Should have squared that one to Thomas. He was right at the top of the 18, ready to strike with a good ball there.
So 23 seconds to go. Robbie, be thinking about your first half analysis
Oh, I'm thinking.
coming up here during the McDonald's halftime report.
I'm loving it.
Ahead goes Meridian. Inside 10 seconds now, make it 7-5, and that's probably going to do your first half of play here, where the Indians will take a 2-1 lead over Meridian into the break. And now we move to our McDonald's halftime report, and let's talk about our first half analysis brought to you by the Houston Banking Center. Robbie, your thoughts on the first half?
Fun first half. A lot of good opportunities for ICC. Colby Henderson's been up to the task. It's the goalkeeper for Meridian. He's been able to keep them in this. Outside of that, outside of the one goal from Meridian, they really haven't developed, promising attacks thus far. The back line from ICC has been really good at cutting out opportunities. But overall, strong performance in the first half from ICC. Would have been nice to maybe get a third or fourth goal, but I think that's what will be coming here in the second half.
And that is your first half analysis brought to you by the Houston Banking Center. Our first half scoring brought to you by your Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, and 2 goals by Blake Lashley for the Indians in the first half, and 2-1 is the score right now, and Blake getting it done.
Bones. Call
Yes.
him Bones. Yeah, the first goal was sort of a smash and grab type goal. The second one was beautifully slotted on the far post, where he was able to dribble through the defense. This is a fun offensive soccer squad that ICC's got. They can put up goals in a hurry. I think you're going to see that in the second half.
And so that's your first half analysis, first half scoring brought to you by your Houston Banking Center and Fulton Farm Bureau agent Joey Cox. We're going to step away, and when we come back in about 8 minutes, we'll have your second half of action here from Fulton. Right after this, Indians leading Meridian 2-1 at the break. And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. We get just seconds away from starting the second half action of play. ICC leading Meridians. You take a look at the huddle there of the Indians grouping up here, leading 2-1. All right, Coach Donahoe, what's your thoughts on the second half?
What is the second half analysis going to be brought to you by?
Second half analysis brought to you by, let's do Houston Monument Company.
Okay. I wouldn't change a thing, honestly. I'd continue to, bump forward, get guys ahead, try to be patient at times, but, be methodical and work your way through this Meridian defense because they're going to continue to be very tough to break down. But if you just continue to be patient, back four has been great. Don't give up any soft goals. Just continue to play the way you were in the first half, and the 3 points will be in reach.
And so that thoughts brought to you by the Houston Monument Company. Robbie Donahoe of WCBI joining us here today for this play-by-play. If you're just now joining us, the Lady Indians lost the first game of the doubleheader. Did you make it?
Nearly.
Oh.
She nearly made it.
For those watching on Let's Go ICC wondering what we're talking about,
I missed earlier.
yeah, Robbie missed just so bad.
We're shooting bottles into a trash can. We were higher up on this tower.
I would say we're probably, 60 yards away from this trash can?
60 yards?
Okay,
No,
75.
that's like
75. Okay. No, 80? Okay, 80 yards away.
Obviously, my partner in crime being a bit facetious right now with the yardage.
Maybe 10.
15 minutes.
Yeah, I'd say probably 10, maybe less.
That you, did not even get in the zip code.
Yeah. By the way, our 7 viewers who even cared about that
Yes.
probably have now changed and turned off.
Well, the Indians getting it to start the second half
What
here.
did we have 13 viewers? How did we already lose so many viewers?
They typically drop at
It's
halftime and they
halftime,
come
yeah.
back. Yes.
Okay, all right. Well, that's good. We're back.
They're going to go get a Coca-Cola.
That sounds really good again.
Yes.
I could
Proud
use another
sponsor of ICC Athletics, Buddy Long and company there. Your Northeast Mississippi Coca-Cola bottlers. The Indians working into the sunlight now.
They used to sponsor the end zone for us. Now they don't anymore.
Well, I'm glad they're a sponsor of ICC Athletics.
Well, they can come back to the end zone on WCBI. We want you back.
So now Hackler with it. They're going to clear it back out. The Indians, once again, going to be a little bit more patient offensively. Send it across field. Hey, you heard Sullivan talking about it at halftime. Is that time sort of a forced shot go way too high on Huddleston? But that's one thing that Coach Sullivan wanted to do was work it around a little bit more, get some good possessions and some little bit closer, higher percentage shots.
That was a defender's finish right there, unfortunately. Not used to being in that position where you can strike from about 20, 25 yards out, but not a bad effort from Kid Huddleston. Probably could have gotten a better opportunity on target, but here they come again, ICC.
The 50-50 ball won that time by Lashley, who now has the ball in the middle of the field, works it ahead to Howard. Howard had a funny hop on him, lost it. Meridian gets it back.
Ow.
Ow. There's no way to say that, but ow.
I hit Alex Little squarely in the back. It's probably going to leave a mark.
And it was coming with some pace. So that ball is going to be sent out of bounds. Into touch will be Meridian.
Into touch, yes.
Yes. Not into the touch.
No, not into the touch. Into touch.
Into touch. We have learned a lot today from our buddy Robbie Donahoe
That's what I'm here for.
WCBO Sports. As there's a jealous Braden Bishop somewhere in Lee County right now.
Why would he be jealous? He doesn't know a thing about soccer.
He wants to be Robbie Donahoe.
Oh, yeah, he does. Not anyone can, because I'm so unique and strange.
Meridian with it now. Trying to go on the attack to find the equalizer. They trail 2-1. That one
Don't hit the cart.
sent out of
Oh,
the
it
way,
hit the
and
car.
It hit the car.
It hit the Dodge Charger, which is a beautiful vehicle that
But-
you could possibly find.
But not as beautiful as a Ford.
No, it's not.
Yes.
Fords are much better than Dodges.
Yes, Davis Ford
Davis Ford.
within earshot.
Great place to buy a car.
Absolutely.
I haven't bought one from there, but I assure you it's a great place. Fine dealers.
Hall of Fame basketball coach here at ICC, now running that.
Yes. Do you call them car dealers or car salesmen? What's the proper terminology? Salesmen?
Salesmen.
Okay. Lee Adams would probably prefer us call them salesmen anyway.
We'll call Davis Ford guys specialists.
Car specialists.
Yes. Technicians.
Car specialists.
Yes.
Motorcade specialists. Yes.
So the Indians get it back now. Actually our viewers are shot up. I was going to say we lost them all.
Hey, we brought them back. Hey, everyone. Hope you're having a great day. It is a lovely day for some soccer here at the Fulton Resort and Spa in Fulton, Florida.
Yes.
Beautiful Fulton, Florida. That's just going to continue to be a running joke. Every time I come back for a broadcast here, I'm going to mention it looks like we're in Florida. And it feels like it.
We
right
have
now. This is gorgeous weather.
we have one Robbie Donahoe over here with the.
You have. Doesn't take me much to win over. Just give me a free Coke and some food, and I'm good to go.
Indians with it. 2-1 is your score. 41 minutes of play in regulation. Lashley for the Indians with a pair of goals so far in the match. There's a shot, but it's high. Indians staying aggressive on the offensive side, but once again still attacking from that outside the 18.
Yeah, and that was Garrett Troutman who did a nice job at working ahead and sort of doing it all on his own. Wasn't a bad strike from outside the 18. Just rising. It was always rising. Didn't really have a chance, but good run there from Troutman, doing it all on his own from his center back position. Or it appears he's a fullback, but he sometimes interchanges with his center backs.
Well, we may have had a handball that time on the Indians, so Meridian will get possession at midfield. Remind everyone, you can see photos of this game and other sporting events here at ICC at ICCimages.com. Lee Adams doing a great job taking some photos for us.
Lee's the man.
We got Raphael Henry above us.
Rafi's the man.
Providing video for today's match as you're watching here on Let's Go ICC.
Oh.
They send that one ahead. Schaefer fights the sun and comes out and collects that one. As we talked about in the first half, we heard from the NJCAA, Ben Schaefer now named the National Keeper of the Week for the second time this season.
High honor, very high honor. Hasn't had much to do today. His defense, his front four in front of him have been great. But, yeah, he's a talented keeper, and here comes ICC on the attack.
Go, Alex!
The Indians looking to get a little bit of breathing room here as that's Alex Little who had it. Was sent out of bounds by Meridian, so it'll be a corner kick coming up here for the Indians.
And we are I assume we're going to get a look at Lee Adams. Who's along the byline. There he is. There's our good friend Lee getting shots.
He has found the shade.
He has. Good man.
So this is going to be Little to send in the corner kick here for the Indians. 39 minutes and counting to go here. Sends it in. Looked like Hackler might have been shoved in the back that time. Didn't get a good shot on the cross. Meridian with it. Now they're going to clear and try to set up the offense here. A fan across the way was not happy with something.
I believe that was whoever is on that left. Jameson McKee was the guy who was yelling for it, trying to spray it wide to him, but they couldn't see him nor hear him. It is a large field, hard to hear everything from communication between teammates.
So Meridian with it now. Coach Sullivan calling for more pressure out of the Indians' defense. That one kicked off the side of the head of Howard. Now Hackler with it, going on the pressure on the offensive side. Hackler looking ahead. Sends it from way outside.
Wasn't a bad strike.
Had a nice little tail to it.
Yeah, Coach Sullivan, you could, if you can't see him, but we could see him down there. He's sort of shaking his head a little bit, wanting him to get a little bit closer there. He had good numbers going forward on the counter. At that point, at that moment, you maybe want to get some better build-up play and get a better strike on net, but wasn't a bad opportunity. I'll say that.
So Lashley with the ball sends it ahead to Hackler. Hackler sends it forward up the middle, but Meridian steps in to break that one up. Going to be collected by Blake Lashley, or as his team, and everyone knows him as Bones.
Bones!
Sends it ahead to Fernandez. Fernandez lost the footing of it for a second, now gets it back. Put it back out. As you see, every time Fernandez gets it, 3 Meridian players quickly get on him.
And he realizes that, and he knows that, I'm not going to get a good shot off here. I may as well just send it right back. Ooh, good chance there. Sent through. But, yeah, Anthony's been really smart when he's been on the ball. He realized, I got 4 guys that are marking me. Let's get a better angle and try to get a better shot. And, he's sort of been used as a decoy today, but he's had opportunities. Here's another one. Good chance.
Lashley with it was broken up nicely by the Meridian defense, but a good job by Bones to come back and get it. Now Fernandez tries to poke it at the goal. Nothing there. Now the Indians going to back it back out with Howard over to Hackler.
Hackler not afraid to take players on, as you see there. He wants to go at him when he gets an opportunity. Nothing there, but again, you see 9 green jerseys behind the ball right now. They are trying to absorb pressure and then send a counter. Although the counter only, thus far, really only sending 2 ahead with them. Here they go, as they try to build one up for another attack.
Up the field they go in a hurry. Little slaps that one away, and the Indians take back possession. Lashley with it. Poor pass that time, but a good job by Howard, who almost had it. Bounces off the Meridian defender, and Meridian will get back to possession. Got to be able to take advantage of those situations if you're the Indians.
No question.
Reversing field is Meridian. It actually pretty much just goes back to where the pass came from as he lost the dribble on it that time. So the Indians now get possession once again, trying to push up the field. They lead 2-1.
Look at Pearson.
Birchfield, nice clear that time, and they send it in. We have a stoppage, and they're actually going to call this a foul on Birchfield. Birchfield was running forward, and the Meridian defender came into him. So you got to...
it's a strange call there from the official.
A little off, but I mean, you can't stop your forward momentum, especially if you're a big guy like Birchfield.
Yeah, Dylan Day could know what that's like. He won't be playing this Saturday, by the way. I don't know if you heard.
Yeah, I've heard, and I've heard there's a few people upset, and
yeah,
so many other...
It was a good talking point for us.
Yes. ICC with it now. Fernandez on the side, looking to go to work.
Good square.
Sends it back to the middle. Howard with it, looking to go to work. Howard dancing around. Leaves it over to Bones. Bones sends it. And, just almost past the keeper now. Fernandez almost had to put back. Little sends it. Nicely done that time by Meridian. 3 good opportunities for the Indians. Meridian coming up with some big plays.
Colby Henderson. My goodness, there's a great tackle there from Kid Huddleston, but Colby Henderson has been brilliant in goal for Meridian. I mean, he's the reason why it's still only a 1-score game.
Yeah, there have been 3 good-looking shots by Fernandez by himself that should have been goals.
And I thought Fernandez may have been offsides there, but he was... Looks like that last defender was able to stay behind him, so had a good opportunity. But, man, if you're Fernandez, you won't get a better look than that probably the entire game.
The Indians with possession now. Huddleston looking to push. He's hit and knocked to the turf. So he just tripped over the guy, no call. And nice job that time by the defense. The pressure of the Indians force a turnover. Meridian just kicking that one out of bounds to try to allow the defense to reset here. 34 minutes to play, 2-1. ICC leading the Eagles of Meridian here in non-division play. Into toss goes the Indians.
Still important in MACJC play.
It is. Of course, the playoffs quickly approaching. The Indians looking to make it back-to-back North Division titles, winning their first outright North Division title last year. Hoping to make it 2 in a row this year, and right now a 1-loss team. Their only loss of the season to East Central, which was a North Division matchup. Lashley takes that one away. Hackler with it now. Had that one poked away, but Birchfield's going to come up and maintain it. Stick it back to Hackler.
Good play there from Birchfield, finding a player open. As Meridian, for a moment there, looked like they were going to be able to get on that one.
That time a pass ahead, an errant pass. Trying to weave it through traffic. Too many green shirts in between there. But now Alex Little gets it back. Little dribbling a little too much that time. Meridian pokes it free. But no, he saves it in bounds. Nice effort that time, and a lot of hustle on both sides of the field that time by the Indians and Meridian. And now the Indians maintain possession. So now the Indians with it. Trying to push ahead to Howard. Nice little 1-2 action going on there.
Mm-hmm.
Meridian defended nicely, though. Back out they go to Hackler. Hackler beats his defender. Now weaving through traffic. Fires, but broken up. Tell you what, Meridian's defense has come to play today.
It's been great. And again, they have 9 green jerseys behind the ball there. 1 player up top, and that's Tyler Green, who's just begging for something to come his way right now. It's not happening.
No.
Meridian's defense trying to absorb pressure and then hit back on the counter just has not happened today. And ICC now just right at this point, the goal's coming. It's almost here.
There's Hackler with it now. A chance to go, but a nice job by the keeper for Meridian. Man, we cannot
Colby Henderson.
We can't sing the praises of Henderson enough today as he has played outstanding. The Indians leading this one 2-1. 31 minutes, 40 seconds to go in regulation. It's Meridian kind of just trying to find a way to work against this Indian pressure. As we talk about the play of Meridian's defense, the Indians' defense have been steady all day as well.
Equally as good. They've been great. They've pretty much been able to clear any opportunity that's happened, and ever since that first goal, that back line has been really solid.
Howard with it, tried to stick it ahead to Hackler, but broken up that time by the Eagles' defense. 2-1, Indians leading Meridian.
Starting to get a little stretched right now. As we get closer and closer to the end of the game, that's when you see these two teams maybe get a little more tired, a little bit more stretched, and you could see that towards the end of this when ICC really needs that third goal. And you sort of feel like it's coming. Hasn't come yet. They've been very close at multiple opportunities here in the second half.
So Meridian clears it. Hackler comes up with it, possession to the Indians. Hackler's going to get it, set it up in the middle of the field, sends it ahead to Fernandez, who once again, as soon as the ball comes his way, sees 3 to 4 green jerseys. That time Howard just telegraphed that one.
They're trying to go to him. They really want to. It's not there. There's just too many green jerseys around the ball. Maybe, and I know they tried this a little in the first half, was sort of put Fernandez back in more of a central midfield role rather than just a center forward striker position. That may be more beneficial if they bring him back into the midfielder's role and try to work with him and try to get him going towards goal rather than already being at the top of the 18.
Meridian now on the attack, trying to find the equalizer. Send it to the middle of the field. Thought he was going to load up and try to fire that one. ICC's defense does a great job adjusting and getting the ball back.
That back four continue to be strong. Meridian hasn't really been able to cut out very many chances, especially here in the second half. They've had just next to nothing.
Meridian with it. Lost it. Possession to the Indians. And they send it ahead, and Meridian's going to get it back. Meridian now being a little bit more methodical when they do get the ball, trying to work it ahead. But instead the Indians get it. Now the Indians lose it, though. Hackler maybe thinking about a scoring opportunity before he actually had possession of the ball.
But there's still 6 green jerseys in their own half of the field. You typically don't see that often, where you have so much emphasis put on defense, but that's sort of what Meridian's trying to do right now, trying to absorb pressure and then hit back quickly on a counter. Hasn't happened right now. Here's an opportunity, though, for the Indians.
You think if the Indians maybe take a 2-goal lead, they may have to fall out of that.
Yeah, you're going to break up that 6, 7, 8 at the back, or you're going to need to find a second goal, and maybe that's when ICC really starts to blow this one open.
Howard with it now. Leads it up top to Lashley. Lashley pushes it ahead, trying to go back to Howard. Meridian defense playing well. Now Lashley gets it, trying to work through. He is hit and dropped.
Gonna have a free kick opportunity here.
Free kick for the Indians coming up. 28 minutes and some change to go here. The Indians leading 2-1. I do like what Schaefer was doing just then. He didn't run up to it. He's
taking his time.
Taking
you
his
have
time.
the lead. No need to panic.
About 20 seconds already worked off the clock. Now just about 35 seconds. So a good job by the Indians eating up some of the clock here. Opportunity for the Indians now to go up 2 goals. Send it over to Little. Little squares, sends it, not there. Trying to get the bicycle kick. Headers up. No. Ball is finally cleared out by Meridian.
Wow.
Good job, Drew.
How did that not go in?
The Indians, the breaks have beaten the boys in a sense whenever it comes, because the Indians could easily be up 4 or 5 goals right now. Howard sends it. Oh! Meridian keeper that time kind of checked up because he thought he was going to dive into the post. Tipped it off his hands, and it'll be a corner opportunity coming up here for the Indians.
Henderson stuck in 2 minds there because it looked like he wanted to catch it, but in the last second, I need to punch it, get it over the bar, but very nearly did that nestle into that top upper 90 right there. And boy, continuing to come in waves as this ICC attack. It's just only a matter of time before they get that third.
Yeah, you got to be uncomfortable knowing when you see ICC on your schedule, you're going to have to, as a keeper, knowing you're going to have a busy, busy day.
It's going to be a long day. You're going to be sore in the morning. There's no question about that. And I think that's going to be Colby Henderson's day tomorrow.
So a corner coming up here for the Indians. This is going to be, I believe, Timmons sending it in.
Went far bar. It was a good ball. Good teasing ball. Didn't have anyone sitting on that far post, though.
That's Birchfield gathers it. Now he's basically going to send it in. Keeper comes up and makes an easy play on that one. So now you're starting to see the Indians maybe forcing the issue just a little too much right now, trying to get that 2-goal lead.
Didn't mind the refire, sending it back in. That's what you want to do off a corner. Is once you don't get it the first time, kick it back out and then send it back in for a second chance. Just wasn't great service there on the outside there from Pearson Birchfield.
So Meridian with it now. I'm going to back it back out and try to reset here. 2-1 is your score. 26 minutes to play here in regulation. They send it ahead. Schaefer coming way out this time.
Good job, Ben.
Great job by Schaefer. Didn't try to go for the catch, just kicked it forward and broke that one up.
Yep.
Dangerous play, but that's a great play by Schaefer.
That's a good goal sweeper play, not goalkeeper, goal sweeper. That's sort of what you've seen from Manuel Neuer playing with Germany and Bayern Munich, where he's sort of playing outside of his own 18. That was a good job there from Ben, because if he doesn't come out there, that's a goal-scoring opportunity for Meridian.
Indians with possession now.
Go, Graves.
This is going to be Graves Marshall with it. Beats his defender, still going forward.
Go, Graves.
Knocked to the turf twice.
Good hustle, though.
Good play by Graves. You can see he's got some fresh legs coming in. I believe Graves out of the Corinth area.
He is. Corinth High School, former Warrior, who's now Indian. So sort of the same bloodline, I guess you could say.
Yes. So Meridian with it now. They trail 2-1. As this is going to be Bones with it, and he is anywhere else. That's
play the advantage.
Yeah, play the advantage. That would have been a 15-yard penalty. That was a handball as the Meridian defender just... And we had a little altercation going on there.
Yeah, may have a talking to here from the head referee.
As the Indians,
or not.
or not. The Indians
just play through.
The Indians didn't give him a chance to talk about it.
Sometimes when you're an official, you just let those things happen. Let them play out the way they're supposed to.
And I think you did, because both those guys, they got wrapped up with each other, but immediately put their hands back and walked away from each other. So they're like, okay, cooler heads prevailed. I don't need to say anything.
We good.
So the Indians with it now. This is Huddleston. Works it over to Howard. Howard's going to drop it back to Birchfield. So the Indians just trying to find something on the attack here. Maybe just playing a game of keep away.
Yeah, this is good side-to-side movement, though.
Indians looking to go on the attack. Nothing there. Now they're going to back it back out. This is Lashley with it. Fires, and it's going to be just wide right.
Good strike, though.
Another good shot. Kind of like we said, you eventually put some good shots like that, then one of them's going to get through. That one, another good strike. As subs coming in here for Meridian in the situation. 23:30 to go here in regulation. 2-1 is your score in favor of the Indians. Once again, I want to thank Robbie Donahoe of WCBI Sports coming out today to be our special guest commentator for today's matchup against Meridian. And Robbie, your thoughts on the match so far?
Entertaining, to say the least, especially in the men's game, where these are two very good teams. ICC, we know how good they are. Meridian's proved to be a pretty tough nut to crack today, especially trying to score on them, as you see Evan Thomas trying to strike from distance and appeared to come up with a little bit of a cramp right there. But ICC, if they win 2-1, they win 2-1. Doesn't matter. You still get 3 points. You still get the win. Doesn't matter how you get it. It just matters that you do get the W. So if this is how the scoreline ends, I think Coach Sullivan will be happy with it. But it'd be nice to get a third to sort of put this one out of reach. Absolutely.
And as we talked about throughout the day, all the attention scoring-wise has been on Anthony Fernandez, the Offensive Player of the Week in the conference. And Meridian, at times, 3 to 4 guys around him anytime the ball comes near him.
Yeah, anytime he gets on the ball, he hasn't had very much time to do much of anything, honestly. And he'd probably be better suited right now just as link-up play and just hold-up play for right now. So maybe you go back to that, but he's still playing at the top of this formation where he's trying to get service, as you see right here. Here he goes.
So this Fernandez now looking to go to work. Inside the box now is going to dribble it back out. Clears it over to Alex Little. He fires, and the Meridian player was just in the way.
That was great play, though, from Fernandez. Left it off for Little, and that was a good block, though, from Meridian and the Eagles. They're back on the counter now here.
Meridian trails this one 2-1. Now they're actually going to break up a few extra guys on the offensive end. Tries to send it ahead. I believe we're going to have an offsides call, though. So a break there for the Indians. That could have been a scoring opportunity for the Eagles.
Assistant referee on it the entire way. I tell you, though, there were some opportunities there for Meridian. They had someone wide where they could spray it and go to the other opposite field. Didn't appear the Eagles were able to catch that and take advantage of it.
So Schaefer will set to put this one in play. We announced earlier him earning the NJCAA National Keeper of the Week honors for the second time this season. You can find out more about that tomorrow on LetsGoICC.com. Maybe be able to see something on WCBI about it. You never know.
Maybe.
There will be some stuff on ICC tonight on WCBI.
There will be. We'll talk a little football. Maybe throw in a little soccer.
So
5, 6, 9, and 10.
Yeah, 5,
tonight.
6, 9, and 10.
Catch us on WCBI. Tommy Lopez will be manning the anchor position this evening.
You know, Tommy stepped in your spot whenever he called in the Miss 98 WCBI.
He did
Scoreboard
2 weeks ago.
And did an outstanding job, almost to the point that
You didn't need me anymore.
yeah, I'm gonna say, but Braden cried, so we had to.
I appreciate Braden sticking up for me.
There's a shot,
Ooh.
and another one outside the 18. But man, just this keeper for
Colby
Meridian
Henderson
has played outstanding today.
Came from Starkville Academy. That one didn't. That one had eyes for goal. Didn't really have the power from Alex Little that you needed, but good placement, good accuracy. But yeah, like you said, Henderson doesn't appear like he's going to let anything in right now. But man, the way ICC continues to come in waves, you got to think the third is coming. But we've been saying that for the past 20 minutes, and it just hasn't come.
The Indians send it ahead.
Good overlap.
Huddleston with it.
It's got to be a foul, right?
I was going to say, didn't look like he went for the ball that time, but the referee is going to give him... No, actually, I believe he did call the... No, it's going to say it's just out of bounds on Meridian. So this is Will Bevel checking into the contest, number 8 for the Indians.
From Birmingham, Alabama.
Send it across, trying to find Graves. Just a little too tall for Graves to go get. But a nice job that time. Indians with it. Good job hustling back, but just a misplay that time. Now an opportunity here for Meridian. If they could push it ahead. Looking for the equalizer here.
Heavy
And
touch.
Nice. Nicely cleared that time. Actually, saved in bounds. Thought that was actually going to go out of bounds.
I thought it was too.
Now the Indians have it. Meridian broke it up. And the Indians will maintain possession through Graves. Nicely reversing field that time by Graves. Timmons with it. Up to Bevel. Bevel's going to find Howard, who leaves it off and quickly. Nice ball movement by the Indians, making this Meridian defense work. Trying to wear them down with 18.5 to play here. 2-1 Indians lead.
Good little spell there, one-touch passing. That's getting it off your feet quickly and trying to continue to move it.
Up ahead they go to Fernandez. Fernandez with it. Leaves it ahead, broken up nicely by Meridian.
Well-headed back in, though, there from Drew Williams. Sophomore from Tupelo.
Yes.
By the way, Will Bevel's from Birmingham. He went to high school at Chelsea. Chelsea High in Birmingham. Which automatically he's a favorite player of mine because Chelsea happens to be my favorite soccer team over in Europe.
Go. So Alabama's version of Chelsea.
Alabama's version of Chelsea. I'm very happy with that. Oh. Careful there, Ben. Ben?
Ben, maybe.
Careful there, buddy.
Say Ben just getting a maybe want to add a little bit of excitement to the match as he kind of just danced around that one, going towards the goal. See Coach Carson on the sideline, kind of looking back at the dugout and kind of shaking his head.
That's a move I do in FIFA, where I try to taunt my opponent playing online on the video game, where I act like I'm going to let the keeper score for him, and I don't do it. I think that's just what Ben was doing. He was trying to give him some false hope.
Leaves it ahead for Huddleston. Huddleston sends it back to Graves. Oh. Graves just couldn't find it. Bevel with it now. Fires. Blocked up nicely by the defense. Graves fires. Blocked up nicely again by Meridian's defense. I tell you what, let's give credit where credit's due. Meridian's defense has looked impressive today.
Fantastic, because ICC has had multiple opportunities today to get that third goal, and it just has not happened. Boy, it looked like that they were going to get it there with Graves Marshall. Good balls. I believe that was Kit Huddleston that put that across the face of goal, but Graves has got to finish that.
Corner coming here for the Indians. Sent in. Didn't quite get a good cross on that as the Indians couldn't take advantage. This one's going to be hit out of bounds, and it's going to be last touched, I believe, by ICC. We've got a pair of subs coming in here for Meridian. 16.5 to play. 2-1 is your score. We're in the second period of play. We're with Robbie Donahoe today. Robbie of WCBI Sports, our special guest commentator. And Robbie, I tell you what, it's been a fun broadcast.
It's been a lot of fun. Two very good games. Still have one to be decided right now. ICC is in control, but the longer that they don't get that third, the more Meridian probably believes that they can come back and equalize. But here Little takes a big strike off the crossbar. My goodness.
Little halfway back to Tremont that time on that shot as it almost snuck its way in. And I'll tell you what, Indians have had a lot of shots today. Be interested to see the stats when we get those tomorrow from Coach Sullivan. If you're just now joining us, the Lady Indians dropped the first match of the day, 1-0 to Meridian. A tough match for the Lady Indians.
Very tough indeed, because I thought they played well enough where they could have at least gotten a draw. Just didn't come through, wasn't able to get that goal to equalize. Gave up a goal that sort of came off a counter from Meridian. But right now, the men are trying to, I guess, get the win for the Lady Indians that they probably should have deserved. Here's a chance.
Bevel that time just couldn't quite square around on the ball. Trying to force. I think he's one of those where he just got in the match, so he's really wanting to kind of force the issue a little bit.
He wants to put his imprint on this game, and I don't blame him. He wants to take a strike once he gets inside the 18. He gets close when he gets in the box. But back to that strike from Alex Little, that one was perfectly placed. Just a little less power on it, and it would have snuck inside the crossbar. But that was a very strong shot from deep, like you said, from Tremont. That was pretty far out.
Indians get possession back. Huddleston sends it ahead. Eventually finds Howard. Now Howard putting it up to Bevel. Bevel working forward. Got the dangerous Fernandez right there in the middle of the field asking for it, but instead sends it out to Graves a little too high, so Graves Marshall chases it down. Indians maintain possession. 14:20 to play here. 2-1 is your score. Ahead they go. Meridian breaks it up. And there's a shot. Thought it had enough nose spin on it. They might have been able to get down that time.
Wasn't far off.
Yeah.
That's one of those situations where if you're volleying towards goal, it's going to dip. And it very nearly did there for Dylan Howard.
So Howard tried to give the Indians this 2-goal advantage. Meridian hanging around down 2-1. We've got 13 minutes to play here in this one. Now that's going to be stoppage on Meridian. So you just pretty much took Timmons to the ground trying to get to the ball. Indians with it. Little with it now. Lost it for a second, but gets it back over to Huddleston. Huddleston's played a good game today. He's been out there just about every minute of the contest.
He's been very good at that fullback spot coming up in attack, or you would expect a good fullback to do so. He's been very good in that regard.
Good job, Drew.
That ball sent out of play into touch Meridian. India's defense still put a lot of pressure on this Meridian team, trying to create some scoring opportunities with their defense here. Now they're going to back it back out and reset. Probably work a little bit of this clock as well. 12:44 to go. 2-1 the Indians lead.
Keep possession.
Ahead they go to Howard. Just let him a little bit too far, as that was an opportunity for the Indians. It looked like that time they kind of shifted Fernandez across the way, tried to sneak Howard in for a possibility of an easy goal.
It was close. It was a good idea. You just need a little bit better weight on that pass, trying to go over the top to Dylan Howard.
So the Indians pushing it ahead. Meridian clearing. Huddleston gets the possession. Taking it through traffic.
He's been really good on the ball. I've been really impressed with the kid.
So now here come the Indians. Fernandez, one of the few touches he's had today, lost control of it, and Meridian gets it back. And then that's going to be a foul whistled on Fernandez. Frustrating day for Fernandez.
Yeah, he's trying. He's trying to hang in there even when he's not getting very many touches and very much service. But he's doing his part. There's no question about that. He's trying to do everything he can.
Meridian with it now. They trail this one 2-1, looking for the equalizer. Moving it ahead. They fire on it this time. That one high above the goal.
Hit the net, but the net behind the goal, so it doesn't count.
And once again, you see a very smart
Ben's taking his time.
keeper.
No reason to hurry.
It's like he's taking a Sunday afternoon stroll.
Mm-hmm. I would like to see them try to pair another striker up with Fernandez. It's sort of as if they're running a 4-5-1 where they have 5 midfielders and then you put Fernandez up top as sort of your center forward. I'd like to see them pair another striker to give him a little bit more help, take a little bit more of the pressure off him, because Meridian's focusing their defense solely on him right now. I think that's taking away maybe his ability to, I guess, affect this match.
And we did see the Indians find some success when they had Gordon in there with him, kind of like the setup you were talking about, as Lashley has the 2 goals today. So when you have the trio, I guess you say, of Lashley, Fernandez, and Gordon, really caused Meridian's defense some problems.
And when you keep Dylan Howard in the midfield where he's sort of playing that center attacking midfield role, that's when he's most effective, where he can sort of dictate where they can go with the ball next. But, yeah, they're definitely missing Justin Gordon. It looked like he went down with an ankle injury or some sorts in the first half, and we haven't really seen him back since.
Yeah, I was trying to see if he was on the sidelines. I remember he got tripped up and kind of had that lower back ankle. Maybe
should have gotten a penalty. Did not.
Yes.
And honestly, probably should be 3-1 after that, actually.
2-1 is your score. We just went a few ticks inside. 10 minutes left to play here. The Indians with the lead and the possession. Huddleston looking to pass it around. This is going to be Timmons with it now, trying to force it back to Huddleston. Was it there? Ball loose. Timmons comes away with it now, working one-on-one, looking to go inside, weaving through the guys, but nice collapsing defense by Meridian to negate what could have been a scoring opportunity.
That was good movement there from Braden Timmons. Very nearly able to get through and get a shot on goal. But again, all those numbers that Meridian has behind the ball, it's hard to get a clear shot on goal, no question.
It's Meridian with it now. Huddleston breaks up that possession. And the Indians come away with it. Little tries to send it ahead. It was broke up nicely by Meridian. So now Meridian. Ball on the move, trying to make something happen here, and we're going to have a foul whistled on the Indians, so this should bring up a free kick here. Indians defense need to come up big here.
Yeah, free kick.
Yeah.
Free kick in a dangerous position right here, right? About, I'd say, 25 yards out. This is a dangerous spot. Meridian coach saying, have a shot. So, Ben Schaefer, look alive there, buddy. You got a shot coming your way, it appears. Or maybe they're trying to catch us off guard. I don't know. I'm trying to play some games here.
See what they're going to do, and of course the referee's going to back up the Indians' front line.
That's the wall.
The wall, thank you.
Needs the magic spray though, to put down so he knows that they're 10 yards off the ball, which I don't think they are.
Going to send it in, and it's broken up as there are just bodies flying all over the place on that.
I heard one of the Meridian players say he tripped me. I couldn't see it.
There was too many bodies down for one person to see who tripped who.
But ICC needs to counter quickly because they have an opportunity here.
This is Fernandez with it now. Feeds it ahead to Bevel. Bevel leaves it off. Now the Indians fire, and it's another beautiful save by Meridian.
Are you kidding me?
So I believe that was Alex Little that stepped into that one.
Colby Henderson is playing out of his mind right now. Now, here comes, good play there from Drew Williams, but boy, that was right on the edge of the 6-yard box, and Henderson still parried that away. That was impressive.
So now the Indians trying to move it ahead. Timmons trying to chase it down, but it goes out of bounds. Actually kind of trips himself up.
Careful, Braden.
He gets moving so fast. He's going to adjust his shin guards. Thought there for a second he may have twisted his ankle, but Timmons is okay. So Meridian with it. They trail 2-1. 7 minutes to play here in the second half. Meridian starting to get a lot more aggressive on the offensive end of the field. Moves it ahead.
They can see that there's an opportunity to seize this game right now because ICC cannot get that third. They tried, and Colby Henderson has not let them.
Evan Thomas and Blake Lashley set to check in.
Yeah, I think they've been missing Blake out there. They need him as another attacking option. But I say Will Bevel did come in and play well in the time that he was on the pitch.
Absolutely came in, took some shots, forced the issue a little bit.
Had a couple opportunities, yeah.
And that's what you need. That's what you need out of your reserves, to come in there and just provide a spark. And Bevel was able to do that along with Grave Marshall coming in and playing well for the Indians.
You have a lot of space to our near side here for Alex Little. It would be nice to see them take advantage of that right now.
So the Indians with possession, 6:10 to play here. Lashley with it now, leaves it out to Little. Little sees a quick double team. Meridian kicks it out of bounds. And then kicks it back in bounds from the dugout.
Now, I know we're going to give away our First American National Bank Star of the Game at the end of this.
Yes.
Can we give it to an opposing player? Or are we not allowed to?
We can recognize him.
Okay, we'll recognize him. Okay.
But our star of the game, well, we need to make it
I think, okay, I think we know who's going to get it, but
yes.
We'll give consideration to a certain goalkeeper who's been wearing red today, and it's not the red of ICC.
And that is an extreme honor to even be considered by the opposing team as the star of the game.
No question. It's a good build-up play there from ICC.
Meridian's defense playing well. Howard nearly took that one away. So now Meridian trying to force the issue a little bit. And stoppage, and it'll be Meridian's ball, foul on Howard. 5 minutes to play. Indians trying to hold on to pick up a win here over Meridian. They lead this one 2-1 in what has been an outstanding contest against two of the MACJC's best programs in the state. And that time he just kicked it off his teammate. I don't know if he said something
Evan
to him
Watson,
on the bus ride.
Yeah. Take that, Tyler.
I think Meridian is just about out of gas.
They've
Fernandez
been
calling for the
defending.
lead. They leave it up to Anthony. Couldn't quite find the handle on it. Now he's wanting to go one-on-one. Inside he goes, dancing around, leaves it inside to Lashley. There's the hat trick and a nice assist by Anthony Fernandez.
Can't score? Let your teammates do it. That's a good leadership, good play there from Anthony Fernandez. It's almost as if he loves playing along that byline because the defenders just can't stop him when he gets close to goal. Great pass and great finish slotted away there by Blake Lashley. Bones with the hat trick today.
And that's what we talked about. The Indians needed some breathing room. Now they take a 2-0 lead, under 4 minutes to play.
3-1 lead.
Oh, yeah, 3-1.
Had a hat trick. Come on now.
My bad. We've said 2-1 for so long.
Yeah, we have. That's true.
But a good match today here for Lashley, and that shows the complete player that is Anthony. See, that time he really left off a beautiful assist that time for Lashley to be able to get it. Now the Indians wanting to go to work here, possibly put the nail in the coffin with another goal inside 4 minutes to play.
Yeah, just about getting to 3 minutes now. Blake Lashley, the hat trick. Came into this match with 3 goals, and he's already doubled his total in this game. That was just, going back to that last goal, that was just a perfectly weighted pass by Fernandez. Could not have been a better pass, as you see. Dylan Howard, a little too far off the mark there, but
yeah,
Blake's having a great game.
He is. And as you said, he doubles his scoring output this season. Bones, a freshman.
From Olive Branch, Mississippi. Played his soccer at Center Hill. He's a Mustang.
Maybe the only freshman starter on a very sophomore-heavy team here for the Indians. Little with it. As ICC gets possession, now they can start be a little bit more patient, work the ball around, see if they can't create some opportunities. As they have loosened up the defense now, Howard is hammered. So it'll be Indians possession coming up on 2 minutes to play here in the contest. 3-1 ICC with the lead. They try to leave it ahead to Fernandez. They do so. Fernandez gets it now. He's going to fire, and that one just high. Anthony knew he had a goal that let one get away that time.
And he's been close on a couple of occasions now. I know how much he wants to get in the scoring column. He's got 15 goals this year. He wants to get to 16. He was very close on that play.
Substitution for Meridian coming into the contest is number 16.
Dylan Joyner checks in.
He is a freshman striker out of Harrison Central.
He's way down there on the coast.
Indians with possession. Once again, they have easily maintained the time of possession today.
Yeah, I'd love to see the possession stats. It's got to be close to 70-30, I think.
At times, Timmons tries to send it in. Rejected away by Meridian, should result in a corner kick. 1:15 and counting. Robbie Donahoe, be thinking about your Houston Monument Company game summary during the National Guard postgame report. And Robbie, do want to say a special thank you for coming out to the match today.
This was fun.
It was. Hopefully we get to do it again sometime.
Definitely, and hope we can give the viewers another taste of our give and take that we have.
Speaking of viewers, in this final minute, let everyone know where they can watch you and Tommy Lopez and company over at WCBI.
You can watch us every night, 5, 6, 9, and 10 on the weeknights. We are always on at WCBI.com as well, and you can find us on our various Twitter platforms as well. But we should have some good stuff going on tonight. Tommy will be in studio. We hope you can join him there.
And Meridian sends this one ahead. So we're down to the final 20 seconds of the match. The Indians look to move to 9-1. Howard with it now.
Try to get a fourth here.
Leaves it up to Fernandez, but just couldn't quite lead it right. And Robbie, let's go ahead and move into the National Guard post-game report. Your final thoughts on today's matchup between these two programs?
Solid win. I was impressed how ICC pretty much just continued to fight and chip away. Now maybe comes a goal here.
And it is in the final seconds. Meridian makes it 3-2.
Wow.
So the Indians kind of put that one on cruise control in the final seconds. And luckily for the Indians now, how big is that goal for Lashley whenever he got the hat trick?
Huge, absolutely huge, because the hat trick now is the difference in the ball game. It was a 3-2 winner for ICC, and boy, a bit of that was what I think Meridian was hoping to get throughout the match was, absorb the pressure, get men behind the ball, and then hit back on the counter, and they finally did so in the final moments of the game there. Took them too long, but ICC able to hold off and get the win.
And Robbie, let's keep continuing through the National Guard postgame report. Final scoring brought to you by Fulton Farm Bureau agent Joey Cox. Blake Lashley, Bones with a hat trick today. All 3 goals for the Indians.
Brilliant, and he did it in a bunch of different ways. Got on the end of a header, got a nice pass from Anthony Fernandez, slotted one home earlier. I mean, he did it all for ICC today, and a really solid performance. As we said earlier, he came into the match having 3 goals in the season. He's doubled his output in one game.
And then our First American National Bank star of the game.
I mean, who else could it be? Could it be Blake? We got to give credit, though, to Colby Henderson, the keeper for Meridian. Boy, if it wasn't for him, it could have been 5 or 6-3 or 6-2, honestly. But overall, very solid performance from ICC. A lot of things they can work on. I think the back line was good at times, but it gave up a couple cheap goals towards the end. But overall, solid performance for Mike Sullivan's bunch. They are now 9-1 on the season. And your Ron Wheeler Dentistry in Fulton play of the game? I'm going to give it to the second goal, that header. I believe Fernandez was on the service again on that along the byline, where he was able to just send it up and then able to redirect it on goal towards the far post. That was a really nice finish and a really nice pass from Fernandez to Blake Lashley. And that puts a wrap on our National Guard post-game report. Robbie Donahoe of WCBI. Robbie, can't thank you enough for coming in the broadcast today. It was fun, Adam. It really was. Appreciate it, man, and look forward to seeing you Friday night on the End Zone Show. Can't wait. We'll reveal our game of the week tonight at 10. We only have 10 more minutes to vote. And it's been a close vote. Yeah. Close vote between Schooner River Rivalry and Amory Itawamba. So we'll let you know tonight at 10 who won the battle and where we'll be for our game of the week this Friday, I should say. And so that's going to wrap it up. The Lady Indians fall 1-0 in the first matchup to Meridian. The Indians make it 9-1 on the season with a 3-2 win over Meridian. This has been Adam Gore for Robbie Donahoe. Then you've got Raphael Henry, our photographer up top. Lee Adams also shooting photos today you can see on ICCimages.com. We'll see you next time here on LetsGoICC.com.